gotta tell you guys, whoa. Right before I wanted to come here, I got pulled into an emergency family meeting. I know, right? You're like, what the hell is that? Turns out that the family didn't like a post I did on Instagram. Let me explain. Okay, so we went to a seafood restaurant, and there was a female mannequin holding up a sign that said, "Got crabs." You know, the kind that you eat, not the kind that you don't want to eat, And so I thought it would be funny if I took a picture and it said, she said, "Got crabs," and then I said, "Not since the 1980s. Apparently everybody was really pissed off. Oh man, I always get into trouble with my family. So, it wasn't such a big deal. I'm a comedian. They should expect this sort of stuff, right? It's not like I forgot to do my taxes I could have been so much worse. I could have forgotten to do my taxes for 12 years. I could have forgotten to change the kitty litter for 6 months. I could have humped a couch like J.D. Vance. Oh no, but I had consent, so it was okay. Really? Okay. All right. So, anyway, we are actually in family therapy. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's where you spend 50 minutes with your immediate family and you talk about your problems. And there's always one person who's responsible for all of the problems. And that person is me. They say that I'm, just like insensitive and I don't listen to their problems. Fuck them! I mean the shit that gets dragged up that happened years ago. And even if I apologize, it doesn't matter. It's never enough, Nothing's ever enough. They say that I'm not sensitive to their problems. And my kids, my grown-up children say that, well, it came up in family therapy. They say, well, you didn't go enough to our athletic activities, and that's why we suffer from anxiety and depression. Oh. Well, boo the fuck ho! Who the hell is happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Nobody's fucking happy! Get used to it! This is life! Oh, man, and what happens is when kids are growing up, they go through phases, especially when they're babies. Like, oh, she's a mommy's girl. Oh, they're daddy's girls and boys. My kids never left that phase. My husband is the perfect one. He can do no harm. He's like a little ballerina. I'm perfect. Oh, I hate it. You know how but it's not true. You know how some women are physically abused, other women are mentally abused. I have been religiously abused for 30 years. Let me explain again. A lot of explanation in this. Okay. I'm forced to keep kosher. For the goys in the audience, that means that you keep the meat on one side, the dairy on the other. It's like food apartheid. God forbid. my intestines will explode. Oh, I fucking hate it. You don't know the shit I've had to put up with for 30 years. You know, this is the best therapy I've had in 12 years. Thank you for understanding me. I used to be a substitute teacher. Don't judge. I said substitute, not prostitute. There's a big difference between the two. One of them is a demeaning, dead-end career that destroys your soul. The other is prostitution. So, I was subbing this second grade class. And second grade, you think, wow, 7 and 8-year-olds, they're so cute. Wrong. 27 Adderall-laced monsters who would stab you in the eye with a crayon for a fruit roll-up. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And I've given birth 3 times. I was drinking wine out of a juice box at 10:30 a.m. So it's lunchtime, and one of the little boys is crying because somebody stole his pretzels. Well, who would steal pretzels out of a little boy's lunchbox? Truth be told, I forgot my snack. And I needed something to absorb the alcohol. So he's standing there, crying. And I'm like, oh, there. But then I'm like, no, these kids are disgusting, what with their snotting and their coughing. It would be like hugging a public toilet. And besides, in this day and age, you know, I didn't want to get arrested for inappropriate touching. Knowing my luck, I'd, get pink eye and a lawsuit. So I did what anybody would do. I gave him one of my special juice boxes and he shut the fuck up! Grew up in the 1970s. Thank you. There were no car seats, there were no seat belts, there were no EpiPens. When did peanut butter become a favorite kid's sandwich and turn into public enemy number 1? Everybody's allergic to everything. It's so annoying. You know what I'm allergic to? I'm allergic to kids that are allergic to everything. Side effects include irritability, rolling of the eyes, and an uncontrollable urge to beat the living shit out of someone. My parents tried the best they could, but they never really made me feel confident about myself, like I was a good person, like I'd amount to something, you know? You know the expression, everybody's good at something? There's also the expression, There's an exception to every rule. I'm the exception. I tried my hand at real estate. I failed. It was in the middle of a real estate boom. I didn't sell one house, not one. That's like being a weed dealer at a Snoop Dogg concert and not selling one joint. tried my hand at retail. Sucked at that too. I worked at Ann Taylor for 9 months. I never, ever learned how to fold a fucking shirt. What I would do is I would fold one sleeve this way and then the other sleeve that way, and then I'd roll it into a ball, shove it in the middle, and hope my boss didn't notice. She noticed. So they took me off of folding detail and put me at the register. Bad move, I sucked at that too. It's so complicated. Somebody came up to the register with a blouse that was 50% off, that was marked out an extra 20%, and then I was supposed to take it off an extra 15%. Who the hell am I, Goodwill Hunting? I'm exhausted here. I didn't know that you had to know friggin' trigonometry to sell a friggin' shirt. Oh, God, it's always been this way. When I was in high school, my sister was voted most likely to succeed. I was voted most likely to suck at everything. When I was a junior in high school, I was smoking in the girls' bathroom. A teacher came in. Thank God she put out the fire. I remember I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so I went to my guidance counselor and I said, please, guide me. He gave me a map to the unemployment office. I even tried Bitcoin. I broke 3 teeth. I remember my wedding. Oh, wow. My husband, I said, I do. My husband said, I guess. I've been married for a really long time. Really long time. Really long time. And I remember, years ago I was going through the change, and so I used to sweat a lot. I know, it's very sexy, sir, you want me. So my husband came into bed, touched me, said, blech, and asked me if I peed myself. That's when you know the romance is over. I have sex so seldomly that I go to my gynecologist for foreplay. Hello, Dr. Rosenstein. I'd like to make an appointment for my next checkup. Well, yes, I know it's been 2 weeks, but you can never be too careful. All right, bring the wine. See you soon. Yeah. I decided to do something special, and I got myself a Brazilian. Yeah. No, I didn't adopt a small child from South America. It's when you have all the hair removed from your nether regions. All the hair. All of it, everything. This guy still looks confused. My pussy's bald now, sir. And to do this, they have somebody called a wax specialist. Wax specialist? I guess that sounds better than fucking sadist. So what she does is she puts wax all over there, and then she rips the wax off. You know, like she's starting up a lawnmower. But first, they put you in this really weird position. You know, I'm lying on the board, the bed, whatever the hell it is. Legs up to my armpits, wide open, and then she takes out this long wooden stick and she puts wax all over it. Thank God she didn't tell me to open wide and say, It was really weird. It was kind of like 50 Shades of Grey. Not the book, not the movie. It was literally... My pubes were literally 50 Shades of Grey. And when she did that, I gotta tell you guys, because you've been so, you're listening great and you're laughing. When she did that, I farted a little. Well, actually, I farted a lot. But nobody heard it through my screams of pain. So, let me ask you something. Was it worth it? The pain and the humiliation and the look of disgust on that woman's face when she smelled that fart? No. They told me it would make me feel sexy. Yeah, until it grew back 2 weeks later and I'm standing in line at the Starbucks scratching my cooch. Speaking of cooch, don't you love that segment? Have you ever heard that before? Speaking of cooch?
Excellent.
I think that should be the next name for my new album, Nancy Levine. Speaking of cooch! What do you guys think? I actually... Nancy Levine! Speaking of cooch! Anyway, speaking of cooch, I have 3 kids. They're grown up. They're grown up now because I'm friggin' old. But my youngest, my son, I remember when he was about 11, he had this thing about wanting to be a rap star. Really weird. It's like this scrawny Jewish kid. He wants to be a rap star, So every morning I would make him breakfast, and this is what he would say. He would say, "Yo, dog, get me some toast." I'm like, what the hell? What are you smoking? So, I decided to write a rap song, and it goes like this. Of course, I don't know where my hat is. I thought I brought it up here. Get me the hat, please, the hat. I need the hat. Sorry, that's as loud as it goes.
No.
Now listen up, son, I'll say it plain. You want to be a famous rapper? That's insane. You're rapping in your bedroom like you're 50 Cent. I hate to put it to you, but that don't pick the rain. You don't live in the hood and your shoreline black. You're a white kid living in the cul-de-sac. Always say yo-yo when your hip-hop drive. Well, yo is just oil in the reverse. Yeah, the Beastie Boys were Jewish, that's for sure, but you're never gonna be Tupac Shakur. So put down the mic, pick up the broom, walk down the hall, and clean up your friggin' room! And that's all my time tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go on Nancy Levine Comedy on Instagram. Thanks